Hello everybody! Today we are going to use balloons to make blooming cherry tree or blooming cherry branch. We have to make a relatively small size pink flowers, inflate pink balloon leaving about 12 cm flat tail, twist the first soft about 10 cm long bubble, lock both ends of the first bubble in one lock twist. I want to make 5 petals flower. We already made the first petal. Let's work in the same way to make all 5 petals for our flower. In this instruction I'm going to use each pink balloon to make 2 different size 5 petals flowers. You can make 3 relatively small size flowers out of one balloon. In previously published instructions we already made 3, 4, 5 and even 6 petals flowers, different sizes. You can find links to those instructions on my website fewdoit.com. Here I have already made 5 petals. Now let's make the 6th very soft, about 3 cm long bubble, lock both ends of the 6th bubble in one lock twist. We have made the center of the flower. Cut off nicely the rest of the balloon, keep it inflated. We're going to use this part of the balloon to make another flower. I have to deflate the rest of the balloon slightly, leaving about 7 cm long flat tail. Tie off the end of the balloon. Also you have to force the air all the way to the round end of the balloon, away from the nozzle end of the balloon. This flower I'm going to start making bubbles from the round end of the balloon. Twist the first about thumbnail size or 2 cm long bubble. It's going to be the center of the flower. Now I'm going to twist a chain of the next 5 bubbles. Let's make them all the same, soft and about 2 cm long. You can make flowers of different size. As you can see in this example, you can work petals in a different order, it really doesn't matter. It is always better to work in order which is more comfortable for you. Now let's lock both ends of the chain of the last 5 bubbles in one lock twist. And then we'll lock both ends of each petal in one lock twist. I'm working petals of the flower in different orders, just for you to have an example to see how it can be done. Now let's fix all bubbles in proper positions. Cut off the rest of the balloon. You can cut off the rest of the flat tail or hide it between bubbles of the flower. Congratulations, we have made 2 different size flowers out of one balloon. Now I'm going to use scraps of a pink balloon to make some more small size flowers. You can always use new balloon for the same purpose. Once again I work the petals starting from the opposite end of the balloon. This time I'm making petals a bit larger size, about 3, maybe 4 cm long. The first bubble, the center of the flower, I made about 2 cm long. Now we have to lock all ends of the petals in one lock twist at the center of the flower. The first bubble has a nice round shape and it has only one end. It looks very nice for our purpose. So let's put the first bubble at the center of the flower. Basically we're making a modification of 6 petals flower. It has only one difference. The first bubble we made it smaller size and we place it at the center of the flower. This way instead of 6 petals we got 5 petals flower. So far I have made 3 different size flowers. We have to make some more flowers. Here's another scrap of balloon I'm going to use to make even smaller size flower. Once again I push the air inside of the balloon away from the nozzle to the opposite end of the balloon. Twist the first no more than 2 cm long bubble. It is going to be the center of the flower. And now I'm going to make 5 petals. This time I'm going to work each petal bubble separately. The end result is going to be the same as you know. Working bubbles in this way it's easier for me. either way you work the flower, it takes about the same time to make it. However, from my experience, when I work all bubbles at the same time, they tend to pop more often. That is why I prefer to work each bubble separately, one by one. So once again, you have to work bubbles of the flower or any sculpture for the matter in the most comfortable way for you. Choose your order. Okay, here I have made another flower, and it looks I made it about the same size as I made the previous one. You have to make as many flowers as you want for your sculpture. It actually makes more sense to make the branch first and then make the flowers based on the size of the branch. Inflate brown balloon leaving about 5-6 cm long flat tail. We can use different color balloons to make branch: black, brown, green. Let's twist the first about 30-25 cm long bubble. Then we twist a chain of the next two soft, about 3 cm long bubbles. Lock all ends of the second and the third bubble in one lock twist. We have made the first joint of the branch. Let's work the rest of the balloon in the same way to make as many joints as you want. In this example, I made the first joint a bit longer than the rest joints I'm going to make. I want to put the branch, the first joint of it, in a vase. That's the only reason why I want to make the first joint a bit longer than the other joints. In this example, I use one balloon to make 4 joints of the branch. We can bend the long bubbles of the branch to shape it properly, the way you like it. Now I'm going to use another brown balloon to make couple more pairs of joints for my branch. After I lock both ends of the fifth bubble in one lock twist, I cut off the rest of the balloon nicely. I'm going to use this part of the balloon to make 2 more joints for my branch. So once again, as you can see in this example, I'm using one balloon to make 2 pairs of joints. If you want, you can use one balloon to make 4 separated joints. Now we can connect pairs of joints to the long branch. Actually, let me deflate the fifth brown bubble of the second joint. Then I just tie off the end of the balloon. I think this way the joint will look better. We can use scissors to trim off the end of the balloon. Bend the bubbles to shape it properly. Now let's attach the end of this pair of joints between small bubbles of the long branch. Congratulations, we have already made the branch, or if you want you can call it a tree. We can work in this way to make sculpture of any size. We can attach as many joints of any size as you want to the branch. We can attach more than 2 joints at the same place. It would give our sculpture volume, make it 3D. Just keep in mind that the more joints you attach to your branch or to the tree, the more flowers you will have to make. Making large size sculpture with many flowers would take really long time. It is always something to consider when you're making large size sculptures. More balloons to use, it takes more time to make it. Okay, here I'm going to attach single joint to the top of the branch. And then maybe I will attach pair of joints at the bottom of the branch. For my blog post, I made a blooming cherry branch using different number of joints and different number of flowers. If you have time, you can take a look on my blog post. The link to the blog post you will find on my website, fewdoit.com, or just look in the description to this video. and then you can tell me in comments which sculpture looks better. Alright, here we have made the branch. Now it's time to attach flowers to the branch. You have to make as many flowers, whatever size you want for your sculpture. I like to use different size flowers for this sculpture. We can attach flowers to the branch using rubber bands or flat balloons, preferably the same color as the branch. In this example I'm going to use black color sewing thread to attach flowers to the branch. You have to loop one end of the sewing thread between bubbles of the flower. Put the flower on the branch at the place where you want to attach the flower to the branch. Hold the flower and the branch together, very close to each other. We can actually use the flower to cover the connections between joints of the branch, right here. Now you have to just loop the sewing thread around the brown bubble, around the branch. Make sure the loop is tight enough to hold the flower in place. Cut off the rest of the sewing thread. The end you can hide between bubbles of the flower. Then we attach all other flowers in the same way in different places on the branch. In this example I'm going to point at all flowers in the same direction. It's going to be the front side of my sculpture. If you want, you can point flowers in different directions. You can actually attach 2-3 flowers at the same spot. Then your branch will look very nice from any side. I want to stress your attention one more time. It is always makes sense to use the same color sewing thread as the branch. It makes the sewing thread virtually invisible for observers, and the sculpture will look nice, of course. I'm using different color sewing thread so you can get better idea how it looks like, how I actually attach the flowers to the branch. Alright, my sculpture already looks nice. Let me attach one more flower. Now we can use the sculpture as it is. We can attach it to the wall using sewing thread and clear sticky tape. It looks like I have one more flower. Alright, let me attach it too. In this example I'm going to put the blooming cherry branch in a vase. About 1 week ago we made a different sculpture, the vase. The pink vase that I made then is surprisingly still in good shape, so I'm going to use it today. Congratulations, we have made the blooming cherry branch. Here's the front view, and here I'm giving you closer view of the back side of the branch. The sewing thread is hardly visible, but again you can always use a sewing thread of the same color as the branch to make it invisible. Okay, let's put the branch inside of the vase. Here's a pink vase. It is a back view. And here's a front view. It is always better to load the vase with something that will help to balance the sculpture on a flat surface. Just for fun I'm gonna put my kid's shoe inside of the vase. Let's see how fast he could find it. Remember to subscribe for more videos, leave comments, ask questions, like my video, have fun and happy twisting!